The wind howled a mournful tune across the prairie. It carried secrets, whispered tales of a forgotten place. Hollow Creek. Even the name sent chills down the spines of those who dared speak it. A ghost town, they called it. But some whispers hinted at something more, something sinister. They said the town held its breath, waiting for unsuspecting souls to wander into its grasp. Then, the whispers claimed, the town would exhale, and whatever darkness lingered there would consume them whole. Most dismissed it as folklore, but those who had been touched by Hollow Creek's shadow knew better. A century ago, Hollow Creek bustled with life. Gold fever drew dreamers and fortune seekers. The earth yielded its riches, but greed soon followed. A darkness descended upon Hollow Creek, fueled by envy and desperation. The mine, once a symbol of prosperity, became a tomb. A cave-in, they said. A tragic accident. But the whispers told a different story. They spoke of a betrayal, a darkness that consumed the town from within. The earth had tasted blood, they said, and it hungered for more. The survivors fled, leaving behind their dreams and a chilling silence. Hollow Creek became a ghost town, haunted by its past and the whispers that swirled around it. 4 friends, jaded by the city's indifference, sought refuge in the unknown. They craved adventure, a break from the mundane. Hollow Creek, with its eerie reputation, seemed like the perfect escape. Liam, the thrill-seeker, saw it as a challenge. Emily, the aspiring photographer, felt an unsettling draw to its desolate beauty. Daniel, the documentarian, hoped to capture its history, both real and rumored. Only Sarah, pragmatic and skeptical, felt a tremor of unease. She couldn't shake off the feeling that some stories were best left untold. But adventure, like darkness, has a way of pulling you in. And they were already on the edge of Hollow Creek's embrace. The silence was the first thing that struck them. A heavy, oppressive silence broken only by the wind's mournful cry. Buildings stood vacant, windows like empty eyes, judging their every move. The air grew heavy, thick with the weight of unseen eyes. They explored the abandoned houses, each creaking floorboard and rustle of wind-blown debris sending shivers down their spines. Liam laughed off the growing tension, but even his bravado couldn't fully mask the fear that had begun to take root. Emily's camera clicked incessantly, documenting the decay and searching for something she couldn't quite define. Daniel, his voice hushed, recorded their observations, his usual skepticism wavering. Only Sarah's unease intensified, a primal instinct screaming at them to turn back. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of blood orange and bruised purple. As darkness descended, so did the true horror of Hollow Creek. Whispers morphed into disembodied voices, echoing their names from the empty buildings. Shadows danced at the edge of their vision, taking on grotesque and fleeting forms. Emily's camera captured a fleeting image in a darkened window. A face, pale and gaunt, with eyes filled with an unspeakable hunger. Liam, his bravado finally gone, swore he felt icy fingers brush his neck. Daniel, his face ashen, stumbled back from a ghostly apparition that vanished as quickly as it appeared. The terror was real, palpable, and there was nowhere to run. Panicked, they raced towards the town center, drawn by an unseen force. The old mine stood before them, its entrance a gaping maw in the earth. A cold wind emanated from its depths, carrying with it the scent of damp earth and something else. Something ancient and evil. As if in a trance, they moved towards the mine's entrance. The whispers reached a fever pitch, urging them forward. They were no longer whispers of warning, but of welcome. Welcome to their doom. The ground vibrated beneath their feet and a low growl echoed from the mine shaft. The darkness was alive. Sarah, her fear momentarily forgotten in a surge of adrenaline, grabbed Liam's arm and pulled him back. "We have to get out of here," she screamed, her voice barely audible above the wind and the growling from the mine. They stumbled back, their eyes never leaving the swirling darkness of the mine entrance. The ground shuddered again, and a spectral figure began to rise from the depths, its eyes glowing with an eerie green light fixed on them. It was human in form, yet twisted, deformed by an unimaginable rage and pain. The face. It was the same face Emily had captured in her photograph. The face of Hollow Creek's darkness. They fled, their screams lost in the wind. The entity pursued, its mournful cries echoing behind them. They didn't stop running until they reached their car, the engine sputtering to life like a desperate prayer. As they sped away, the sun began to rise, painting the eastern sky with the promise of a new day. But for Liam, Emily, Daniel and Sarah, the darkness of Hollow Creek would forever taint the dawn. They returned to their city lives, forever changed. The experience left an indelible mark, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks just beyond the veil of reality. They tried to forget, to move on, but the whispers followed them. The nightmares plagued their sleep. They had escaped with their lives, but their souls still bore the scars of Hollow Creek. The wind still howls across the prairie, carrying the secrets of Hollow Creek. The town stands frozen in time, a testament to the darkness that consumed it. The mine remains sealed, its secrets buried deep within the earth. But some say that on the darkest nights when the wind is just right, you can still hear them. The whispers, the screams. A chilling reminder that some places are best left undisturbed. That some stories are meant to be buried. And that some horrors never truly die. They merely wait in the shadows, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to wander into their grasp. Waiting for the silence to be broken. Waiting for the screams to begin.